Yeah. Where's Connor? All right, we're live. Hurricane Mike Show. You know, episode like 47, I believe. What's up, Connor? It was look, bro. I'm still, and let's just say I'm still in my feelings. And I just watched Kyle stream. Shout out to Kyle Phelps, and he's like, I'm gonna go buy the Mikey. Oh wait, he's not live no more. Look, after the Young Hoku field goal, I didn't want to get banned off of YouTube because I had a lot of ish to say. So I ended the stream as soon. Man, I didn't even update the score. I was like, you know what? I didn't even say nothing. I just ended the stream because I was so disgusted. Because I knew the Saints were not going to score in 2 seconds. So I was like, but yeah, so that was just clearing everything up. Yeah. So let's get down to business. But before we do this, I know it might be kind of inappropriate in this moment, but the Falcons still ain't going to sweep us. Because why the heck?
Not inappropriate at all because they suck a little bit. I don't care what happens Sunday. They suck, always will suck. Their quarterback suck. Their city suck. Their food suck. Everything about Atlanta sucks. And the Braves suck too. Peace.
Wait, the who? Oh, the Braves?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not in tune with baseball. But anyways, let's just get started. Let's start with Thursday night while we're at it. Let's see. Hold on. Connor says my Bills tough Sunday night. I think I know what he's talking about. Yeah, your Bills, bro. Sunday night. We're gonna get to that game since it's Sunday night. It's gonna be later on in the show, like way later. But damn, I had the Ravens. I had the Ravens winning, but damn, 35-10.
I had the Bills winning.
I mean, speaking of that, I know, this is not a prediction show. We usually do that Fridays. However, we had a horrible week last week, but we both got a good bounce back week as we both got the same record with a 10-6 record.
Woo, that's playoff record there, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my overall record is like 31-33, and I think yours is 37-32, I think. So yeah, I could be wrong, but that's what I think. I memorized it. But let's get started on Thursday night where we had the Dallas Cowboys take care of business against the Giants 20-15. I mean, come on, did anybody really think that was going to be a different game? Like, Dak Prescott threw 2 touchdown passes, and Cowboys won their 7th straight game over the Giants. Dad, how do you feel about the game by both teams?
Cowgirls beat the Giants. Whoopie-doo. I mean, the Giants is nothing to brag about. I mean, y'all got stomped by the Saints. Y'all got, killed the week after. And now the Giants can't even defend themselves. I mean, y'all beat up on a little dude that can't defend themselves. That's what the Cowboys did. So,
yeah, you ever saw, like, usually this happens like movies or TV shows or whatever, where you have this like giant bully that's like in 10th grade picking on like a 4th grader. That's what the game reminded me of.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, the Cowboys, though, the Giants defended themselves a little bit because the Cowboys, Micah Parsons got banged up and DeMarcus Lawrence will be out for a few weeks. Oh, boy. That's tough. And look, we're not going to go over the Saints game because we already spent an hour or 30 minutes of that Monday. Yes. So if you want a full breakdown of us crying in the middle of the street, go see that show because I'm not going to lie. A lot of things were said. let's move on. We had the Chicago Bears take care of business against the Los Angeles Rams 24-18. Look, my prediction has a sad face, but the Saints fan inside me has a happy face. Yeah. Caleb Williams led 4 scoring drives as Bears beat the Rams 24-18. I think that might be the most scoring drives he led all season. So, Dad, how do you feel about the game so far? How do you feel about the game?
Well, this is an upset for me because I don't like the Bears at all. Caleb Williams didn't have a great game. I mean, his numbers was okay. It was better than they have been, but I still don't. I can't put my trust and confidence in a dude that comes in the locker room with his fingernails painted. I just can't do it. So I'm not on that that Caleb Williams train.
Okay. Yeah, once Caleb Williams and the Bears offense found their rhythm, they started stringing some drives together. But, they beat the Rams 24-18. I don't really see this as a good win for the Bears. If this win was like last year, it would have been a good win. But Rams, Cooper Kupp out, Puka Nacua out. Stafford is not Stafford. Like, he's still good, but he ain't that elite level. But then let's talk about a game that I called, and once again, you didn't. Minnesota Vikings defeating the Green Bay Packers 31-29. Sam Darnold and the undefeated Vikings. I remember we thought every team was going to be better than the Vikings. We thought the Vikings were going to have a top 5 pick next year. I was one of them. Well, I don't know if I had them in top 5, but I definitely didn't have them in 4-0. Sam Darnold and the undefeated Vikings dominated the first half and hang on to beat the Packers 31-29. Did Sam Darnold persuade you yet?
I don't know how he's doing it. He's pulling rabbits out of where. But yeah, I mean, maybe he found the right system, the right coaching, the right teammates around him to show that he's worthy of that first round pick that the Jets put on him. But I don't know. I'm not a believer yet, Mikey. I gotta see it one more week.
Sure. Next week they're playing in the morning against the Jets.
His old team. All right. Let me see what he's got.
Yeah. Sam Darnold, so far through 4 weeks, proving skeptics wrong. Next up on the list, the Indianapolis Colts taking care of business against the Pittsburgh Steelers 27-24. That we both predicted the upset, and we both got the upset right. You hardly see 2 people picking upsets, and they both turn out to be right. Joe Flacco relieved an injured Anthony Richardson and helped the Colts win. Because obviously Anthony Richardson fumbled the ball and got hurt on the same play. But hey, when the Colts needed Joe Flacco to come up most, that's when he did. So, Dad, how do you feel about the 27-24 nail biter that the Colts got? It wasn't really a nail biter, but.
Well, it's not how I feel about it. I'm just worried about those Brown fans. The Brown fans that their team said that, we're going to go away from Joe Flacco. We really don't need him. How they look now? Seeing Joe Flacco pull out victories for another team, and while they're Deshaun Watson, they gave a bag to. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Browns fans.
I mean, bro, I can't feel bad for Browns fans, bro, because you are paying Deshaun Watson like he's freaking like we're in the year 2019.
No, you can feel bad for their fans. I mean,
yeah.
Don't feel bad for the organization that made that boneheaded decision. But fans, yeah, because we're fans, Mikey. If that happened to the Saints, we'd be, crying in the middle of the street.
If that happened to the Saints, I would go fire Mickey Loomis myself. In fact, that almost happened to the Saints. If y'all don't remember, the Saints were one of the few teams in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, and we ended up with, at the time, James Winston. And honestly, that was the right choice.
Yeah.
But
now they're teammates.
Yeah. Ironically, now the teammate. However, look, Who do you think's winning Week 11? Saints or Browns? If Deshaun Watson still plays?
Saints. Come
Yeah,
on.
well, guess what? A Browns fan before the season told me because he was predicting the season on Kyle Phelps' show, and he basically was like, "Who's going to win between Browns and Saints?" He was nice about it. He wasn't like a jackhole saying, "Man, the Browns should stop the Saints." He's like, "I think the Browns take that one," and so did Kyle. And I was like, "Okay, bet." Bro, I don't think, like, bro, like I said, Week 11 is what 7 weeks away, so shoot, things to change, but for now it's not looking sure. Next, Dad, wasn't this like your AFC Championship pick or whatever?
I think so. I don't know if I had the Broncos going to the AFC Championship. We might have to check that.
No, the Jets.
Oh, the Jets, yeah. The Jets, yeah.
Yeah, you had the Jets and Bengals.
Okay.
And bro, Denver Broncos over the New York Jets 10-9. A game of two teams that I don't even think wanted to play football. But someone had to win that Trough Fest. Bo Nix. You know how much passing yards he had in the first half? Do you know?
Not a lot.
He didn't even, bro. You and I had more passing yards than him in the first half.
Really?
He had -7.
Sean Payton's high octane offense had -7 yards.
Brother, he owes us yards. If that was a test, he would owe the teacher points.
Oh.
-7. Bo Nix, though, did throw his first career touchdown, but -7. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers at this current moment. Like, he didn't have a bad game, but for him being Aaron Rodgers, like, he's not Aaron Rodgers that people are used to, man. Shoot, maybe they could use Devontae Adams. But yeah, Bo Nix, man, he threw his first career touchdown pass in his fourth start. But damn, -7, bro. Like, I was like, bro, is that a true stat? Like, bro, nobody, like, the Broncos didn't even score till the third quarter. That's tough. But yeah, so Dad, how do you feel about this thing? I'm not even going to call it a game. How do you feel about this thing, atrocity?
I think something weird's going on in the NFL these days. I mean, because we are Saints fans and we see these Saints losing these games. We have no business losing. We just lost to a team that didn't score an offensive touchdown. And we
Wait, hold on. Before you continue going, guess who picked the Broncos to win?
Who? I did.
Guess who picked? No, this guy.
You. And then the Jets lose to a team that threw for -7 yards in the first half. There's something weird going on, Mikey. Something weird.
Honestly, that's generous saying something weird's going on. I looked it up earlier today, and I literally typed in Google, is the NFL scripted? It said no, but I still don't believe it, to be honest.
Google told you no, huh?
Google told me no, but I still don't believe it. Because I'm like, bro, how is this not scripted, bro? There's no way that a freaking grown man is throwing for -7 yards, bro. Like, what are you doing? Just throwing the ball forwards and then everybody just starts running backwards just to say, screw you?
Throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, being tackled, negative yards.
Yeah, I mean. But yeah, let's move past this game or whatever. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeat the Eagles 33-16. And look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Buccaneers. As much as I hate to say it. Because look, as a Saints fan, I know you're not supposed to be rooting for division rivals. But thank you, Buccaneers, for shutting the Eagles up. Whether that's C.J. Gardner-Johnson, whether that's Darius Slay, their entire defensive line, Jalen Carter, Brandon Graham. Just thank you, Buccaneers. And look, I don't really say this often, but thank you for shutting the Philly cheesesteak eating people up. That sounded weird, but still, thank you, Buccaneers. And look, I was even rooting for the Buccaneers to win this game, man. Even though they're number one in the division, I wanted them to win because I hated what the Eagles were doing last week, man. They called us dirty, and yet C.J. Gardner-Johnson has Alvin Kamara by his freaking neck, bro. Do that, man. Yeah. Anyways, Buccaneers win 33-16. Thank you, Buccaneers. Thank you. Mayfield threw for 347 yards and accounts for 3 touchdowns to lead Bucs over Eagles 33-16. And the Buccaneers are 3-1 at the current moment. So that, how do you feel about this performance?
Baker Mayfield threw for 330 something yards.
347.
347 yards against Philadelphia's secondary. You know who's in that Philadelphia secondary?
I don't know who.
Some loudmouth talking dude that he ain't talking today. I don't hear him. You hear him? I don't hear no trash talking. Where he at? But no. So Buccaneers in first place. Gardner-Johnson, licking his wounds. Can't have nothing to say, which is a good day.
Yes, it is a good day. Now let's move on to the Andy Dalton revenge. What am I talking about? Let me shut up. Cincinnati Bengals defeat the Carolina Panthers 34-24 as Joe Burrow throws for 2 touchdowns, and the Bengals hold on to beat the Panthers 34-24 for the Bengals' first victory of the season. Joe Burrow knew coming into the game that this was as close to a must-win game as you can get to, or as you can be in, or get to. So that, how do you feel about the Bengals' 34-24 win over Carolina?
Bengal fans, y'all not back yet because y'all beat the Panthers. So don't be saying we're back, baby. Now we're gonna go on a run. No, y'all beat the Panthers like everybody else is doing, except for that one team.
Except for the Raiders.
So yeah, the Bengals is my choice to go to Super Bowl. I think, if I remember correctly.
It makes you feel better. I had Saints Raiders, so I guess we're both gonna be stupid together.
No, I don't think it would be stupid, Mike. I think they will get their act together, but they're not back yet because they're the Panthers.
Yeah. And hey, y'all didn't put up 47 points, so since it's just the Panthers, I need to see y'all put up 47 points. But yeah, I don't really have much about that game. We can move on. Texans over Jaguars 24-20. Jacksonville is officially the only team that has not had a win yet through 4 weeks of the season, with the Bengals winning and maybe a couple other teams winning. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so 31 teams have at least one win. Jacksonville has. Usually that's kind of odd. Usually there's 2 bottom feeders together through at least week 8, but not this year, I guess. Texans win 24-20. C.J. Stroud threw a touchdown pass with 18 seconds on the clock to deliver a win. And guess who that touchdown went to?
Who?
A former Jaguar. I forgot. I think his name's Dare Ogunbowale. But yeah, he touchdown in the receiving end and to beat his old team. So how do you feel about the performance?
Trevor Lawrence. I try not to curse on these live streams, but I'm about to call Trevor Lawrence the B word. You know what I mean? I'm about to call him a big B word. Mikey, do you know what that B word is?
Bad.
Close. Let's play charades. What do you call a first-round pick that sucks?
Bust.
There you go. See, I hate using that word, Mike. It's a bad word. But yeah, we're going to have to start calling Trevor Lawrence a bust if he don't start playing right. I mean, they gave him a bag, now he's 0-4. I mean, what they gave you a bag for, to be 0-4? I don't know.
Honestly, I was actually defending him getting the bag because I was like, I mean, look, they were playing the safe game with Trevor Lawrence, because in 5 years or so, that contract would be one of the best contracts in the NFL. Not no more. Trevor Lawrence is about to be the most expensive backup in the league if he keeps this up. Brother, 0-4 with losses to who did you lost to the Dolphins. You lost to I don't know. I know you lost to the Bills, Texans. I forgot who y'all lost to in week 2. But good God, y'all suck, man. Y'all suck, brother. 0-4, and 3 of those losses were on the road. I don't know if that's better or worse at this point. But yeah, man. You know, that just sucked. But we can only move forward, right? All right, Commanders, Cardinals. Commanders pull off a 42 to 40 to 42 to 14 smacking, bar bagging of the Cardinals. 42-14 with Cliff Kingsbury as the OC of Washington going back to the desert to whoop some behinds. Rookie QB Jaden Daniels stars again in his desert return because obviously he went to Arizona State before going to LSU. And the Commanders beat the Cardinals 42-14 for third straight victory. Not a lot of people had the Commanders even winning a single game up to this point, Dad. But you see, we're not even Commander fans. And we tried to tell them, Dad, didn't we try to tell them that Daniels was the best quarterback in this past draft class? We tried telling them, but they were all like, he can only run. He can't throw. Well, then he just threw for 3 touchdowns. Well, no, he threw for 1 touchdown. But then he threw for almost 300 yards, man. 233 of them. That's not far off. So, sup, Joshua, the Bucs fan, Logan. Thank you for putting the stocking on the Eagles, Joshua. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to need you to do that Thursday night, okay? I'm going to need you to do that. Man, bro, I'm sounding like a freaking Buccaneers fan right now. But in this case, it's warranted. Falcons. But yeah, man, Jaden Daniels, bro, he even ran for a touchdown. So, man, look, that we tried telling them how good Jaden Daniels was. They just didn't want to listen. They're like, Caleb Williams. Man, you can't see Caleb Williams because he's here. Then he's there. Then he's throwing touchdowns on your defense, even though it was in preseason against backup and third stringers, man. Then they start talking about J.J. McCarthy. Oh, he won the national championship. Then they start talking about Michael Penix, even though that man's a backup. Oh, man, I mean, hey, the Packers drafted Jordan Love when they didn't need to, and the Chiefs drafted Mahomes when they didn't need to. Brother. They start talking about Drake May. Man, I don't even Drake May. But we were the only ones really talking about Jaden freaking Daniels.
Yes, sir.
Look, I'm not even a Commanders fan, but the Bears, man, y'all made a mistake. I tried telling you, look, I predicted Caleb Williams to go number 1 because that was going to be the inevitable choice. But I did not think he was the number 1 quarterback in the draft class. I didn't think he was the number 1 player or quarterback in the draft class because we all know Jaden Daniels. We watched him 2 years at LSU, him carve up defense, and people were like, he can only run. Brother, he can only run. If that was the case, then why is he leading the league in passing touchdowns by a rookie quarterback?
Yes, sir.
Man, I want to hear they can only run, man. Look, man, I wasn't even playing. What?
We tried to tell him. And you talked about how they didn't have the Commanders winning a whole lot of games. I had the Commanders in the playoffs, if you remember correctly. But now,
yeah, I had them in the playoffs as well. Like I have them fighting for spot. I think I had them sneaking. I either had them sneaking in or just missing out. But I had the Commanders being a good team this year.
I had them in the wild card round, but I mean they might win the whole division, Mikey.
Shoot, at this point they might fight for the 1 seed.
Mm.
I mean, and look, I understand it was against the Cardinals, but bruh, look, as a Saints fan who we put up 40 bombs twice, you cannot deny Jaden Daniels is the best and was always the best quarterback in the draft class. Bro, because people said that man's a running back. He's not just a running back, man. A running back is somebody like Michael Vick. Somebody like Michael Vick, I feel like, was a certified running back. No, there's not all that Falcons hate. But you see, I can't name one amazing pass Michael Vick ever did. Lamar Jackson, at first he was a running back, but then he developed as a passer. Jaden Daniels never had to develop as a passer. Maybe when he left Arizona State. But, I mean, bro, I've seen him create great opportunities for Malik Neighbors. In fact, I did not even know who Malik Neighbors was until Jane Daniels started bombing him against Mississippi State. Because I believe it was like week 3 of Jane Daniels. I think it might have been week 3 of last year, or it might have been the first year. It was one or the other. But yeah, we were playing against Mississippi State, and Jane Daniels was dialing up Malik Neighbors. And I'm like, yeah, Jane Daniels. Like, I already knew Daniels was the real deal. But come on, man. But yeah, I wasn't even planning on going on a Jane Daniels rant. But I just had to let it out, you know. So that any comments on the game now that I actually got what I wanted to say out?
Poor Cardinals fighting for the first pick in the draft.
I mean, shoot, like the Cardinals actually looked like a good team for like the first 3 weeks. But then they did. Yeah, that's how it goes. All right, let's move on now. I already said what I needed to say. Going the wrong way. All right, 49ers dominate the Patriots 30-13. You know, I actually have the Patriots winning this game because I was like, well, if I'm a freaking beat that, I need an upset to go my way. And Fred Warner had a pick 6, which was amazing to help the 49ers snap a 2-game skid with a 30-13 win over the Patriots. Because, you know, the 49ers, back-to-back losses against the Vikings and the Rams. They finally get another win as they put belt to that booty against the Patriots. 30-13. I mean, the Patriots didn't score a touchdown until the third quarter, and the Patriots just suck. I don't even think they're beating the Tyler Huntley-led Dolphins team. That's how trash the Patriots are.
That'll be a close game, Mikey. A close game.
It's gonna be a freaking close game, bro. It's gonna be a close, boring, stupid game. But yeah, 49ers, they win. I mean, what else do we need to say, man? Just state your opinion at this point. I don't care.
There's not much to see here. The Patriots are a bad team. 49ers just did what they did without McCaffrey, and they didn't need McCaffrey. They could have did with me and you running the ball. I mean,
they could have had Helen Keller running the ball.
Helen Keller. Have you ever heard of Helen? Sound like a paint store or something. Helen Keller. You know, I'll go get my paint from Helen Keller.
For freaking yeah, and also like there was that was just I don't know. Next up, the Los Angeles Raiders took defeat on the Cleveland Browns, 20-16. Like you said earlier in the show, that poor Browns fans, man, they had to watch that performance after watching Joe Flacco tear up a good Steelers defense, man. Raiders hold off the Browns. But the Browns didn't have a terrible game, but definitely like the Browns were up 10-0 at one point, and then they just took the rest of the day off. Well, they took the next 2 quarters off, and then they finally scored 6 more points in the fourth quarter, while the Raiders scored 10 in the second and 10 in the third just to beat them. However, I heard Amari Cooper had a touchdown get called back from a penalty, which could have won the Browns game, but oh boy. Yeah. Anyways, but the Raiders defense, bro, they didn't even have Max Crosby, and I'm pretty sure they didn't even have Devontae Adams. They didn't have a few players. And yet they still whooped the Browns. Dad, how do you feel about the Raiders-Browns performance?
I'm not surprised, Mikey. I mean, somebody had to win this game, right? So the Raiders are 2-2. The Browns fall to 1-3. Nothing else to see here, really.
Yeah, I definitely had the Raiders winning because I was like, bro, I mean, bro, there's really nothing to say there. Chiefs stay undefeated as they beat the Chargers 17-10. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce helped the Chiefs win 17-10 after falling down 10-0. Patrick Mahomes has run through the games of situations 100. Okay, but yeah, Travis Kelce had his best game of the season by far. Dad, how do you feel about it?
I thought the Chargers had the Chiefs number in this one. Got up to 10-0 lead. I was like, yeah, Chargers, come on. But The lucky Chiefs came back and was able to put this one in the win column. 4-0.
Man, the Chiefs really could be 1-3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that, I'm not gonna lie, I still have faith the Saints will pull it out next Monday. Because look,
I think
guess who's the player that injured Rashee Rice a couple days ago?
Who?
Patrick Mahomes. It's like, bruh, just have that type of IQ, and we should win. However, like, and the Chiefs haven't really beat anybody so spectacularly yet. They beat the Ravens, who got off to a slow start. They beat the Bengals, who always gets off to a slow start. They beat the Falcons. Come on. And they beat the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers, they did their best Saints impression. Shooting themselves in the goddamn foot. But hey, good news for the Saints. We shot our left foot last week and shot our right foot this week. We ain't got no more feet to shoot. So, is Demario Davis going to be back?
Hope so. We need people that can tackle.
Man, trust me, we do. Like Tyrann Mathieu, man, I would love for you to play against your former team. But good God, bro, I could freaking tackle better than that. All I gotta do is stand in the way and just freaking trip them up, man. Just tackle them. And instead, what you do, you start diving all over the place. Like, bro, you used to be a great tackler. Now, oh God. But yeah, so all right, Ravens smacked the Bills upside the head, 35-10. Bop, bop, bop. 35-10. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry just freaking beat the Bills. Derrick Henry was a yard shy of 200, man. 200. You know, Titan fans have to be crying. Because damn, that sucks. That actually does suck. But now, Dad, what do you have to say about the freaking game, bro?
I think Jerry Jones needs to be crying. He should have got that man. That man wanted to go to Cowboys, I believe, and didn't get it done. They thought, an old ass Zeke Elliott was the answer there. Is not the answer. And Derrick Henry is still that dude. He still can run by you. He still can run over you. He could, have the ball in one hand and be eating a sandwich in the other hand, running down the field, scoring touchdowns. Yes.
Yeah. Titans. Let's move on. Monday night game, we had 2. Titans beat the Dolphins 31-12. Dad, do you know the last time the Titans scored over 30?
It's been a while.
I'll give you a hint. It's been over 1,000 days.
Wow, that's like it's a lot of years.
Yep, but the date was January 2nd, 2022. Guess which team they beat?
Dolphins.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess history repeats itself today.
Yes, it does.
Titans, well, technically yesterday, but the Titans whooped them boys 31-12. Titans, man, they poured it on with Tony Pollard's touchdown on 4th down. And I feel bad for all the Titans, well, for mostly all the Dolphin fans, because, I guarantee you ain't nobody else trying to watch that game, especially with the Seahawks-Lions game. And look, I told y'all, I predicted the wrong winner of that game, but I told y'all what was going to happen in that game. But we'll get to that in a second. Dad, how did you freaking feel about it? I mean, Tony Pollard ran up the score on 4th down because I believe there was like 40 seconds left and he just ran in for no touchdown just to say, screw you, Miami. They tried to be the Saints. So, Dad, how do you feel about it?
There you go. I mean, Dolphins have no quarterback. They have no chance. So, 12 points is the best they can do. And the Titans, ran all over that defense like there was a hot knife through butter. Nothing
Yeah.
to see here. We can move on.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, like I was looking at the box score because I was like, okay, maybe the game can turn into something. And like the Dolphins defense is giving them chances. Like it was like 9-3 at halftime. And freaking Mason Rudolph, I don't know what happened to Will Levis. I don't know if he got hurt or benched, but Mason Rudolph came in there and started freaking looking like prime Dan Marino. So, yeah. But anyways, last game. Dad, do you know the saying called "Nobody's perfect"?
Yep.
That was not true for Jared Goff last night because he was all the perfect. He was perfect to the core, like perfect. I'm saying you couldn't even do better if you were Jared Goff. He was so perfect that not only did he throw for a touchdown or throw for 2 touchdowns, but he even caught a touchdown.
That's perfect, man.
Like 18 for 18, 292 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, bro, you just can't get more perfect than that. So how do you feel about his picture perfect game, man? Lions won 42-29, if y'all didn't care.
Well, it's impressive, but not. I mean, they're making it so easy for these quarterbacks to have good games. You can't touch the receivers. You can't touch the quarterback too. Can I tackle you, please? Can I put you on the ground? Not too hard, but So yes, impressive, but I'm not, jumping up and down, smiling about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, like the Seahawks defense was also terrible, but so was the Lions defense. But the Seahawks defense is more terrible because I didn't watch the entire game. I came as soon as I got home. The second half or the first half just ended. Like the first thing I remember watching was that there was like a flag, and then the Lions chose to go to halftime or whatever. And then that second half, I was watching. I mean, like DK Metcalf was playing pretty good. He was pretty good other than that one fumble that I saw earlier today because like I said, I didn't watch the entire game. So, but yeah, man, like Lions. But look, I told you this was gonna happen. I don't know why. Every single time the Seahawks play the Lions, it's always a shootout. Didn't I tell you? I predicted Seahawks 39-37 because I like that was the wrong outcome, but I knew it was going to happen. I knew some team was going to get to 40, or at least almost there, but the Lions got to 40. Like, brother. I told you this was going to happen. Like, the Seahawks and Lions always put up a show. I don't know what it is, but every single time those two teams play, you think it's a freaking Patriots-Colts game from back in the day. So, yeah. Any final words on the game or any of the games that we talked about today? Other than the Saints game, because you can go suck it for all I care.
Yeah, Saints game. Yeah, we want to cry in the middle of the street. They had a couple good games in there, but half of the games, they were a little snooze fest. There wasn't too many very competitive games, a couple blowouts. But NFL action is fantastic.
Yep. And hey, basketball season starts this month.
Woo! Pelicans training camp kicking off.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's that. Where can they find you?
Find me on Warren Newby YouTube page and on Hurricane Mike Show every week, 3 times a week, sometimes more.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, share, turn the bell so you don't miss another upload. Also, I'm here, Hurricane Mike. Who that?
Who that?
And don't be a what?
A Falcant fan.
Don't be them, man.